Hi, and welcome back to All the Way, series number 6, titled With the Change Comes With. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to jump right in as usual. With the change comes with changing up my routine as far as my eating habits. Um, 3 weeks, no, actually, yeah, about 3 weeks before I left the job I was at in the food industry, I started to change up my eating habits regarding eating meat. The burgers there that I was eating, although we sold other things, I was actively participating in the burgers. And so normally that's not what my diet consists of. I eat a lot of proteins, which are like fish and, chicken, things of that nature. So I had noticed a change in like my behavior when I started including more red meats and when I started eating the burgers and stuff. And so I felt a lot sluggish and I felt just a lot more heavy, versus when I was just eating chicken and fish. So God was like, no more of that. So the rest of that month had ended. I put the 2 weeks started in my new job, working in the after school program. So after I did that, I started a whole new routine. I was like, I want to get healthy again. I want to actually see results of me losing weight even more in certain areas, such as my belly. So I started incorporating more fruits and vegetables and actually eating breakfast because um, I had stopped eating breakfast in high school up until now because I couldn't stand the feeling of feeling sluggish, and then I would have to walk to school. And I'm not talking about 1 or 2 blocks. I'm talking about like 7 to 10, because I wasn't gonna wait for that bus and be late for school. So I didn't like the feeling it gave me after eating, and then I had to walk and. So I stopped eating breakfast, and so God was like, "No, in order for you to see results, you have to include at least a 3-part meal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner." So I started including breakfast, and I noticed a different type of clarity in my mindset. I noticed I had more energy to last me longer throughout the day versus when I was only eating at lunch and lunch/dinner. Because, yeah, I would have long days going to school and work trying to juggle all that in. So after I started being consistent with that incorporation with the breakfast, he prepared me in November of last year, right before Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving was the mark and the end day of eating proteins such as fish and chicken. So he prepared me for a fast, a 30-day fast in December, where I would eat nothing but raw vegetables and fruits. That's it. Literally. Like, not one day you get to eat fish, not one day you get to eat a shrimp. No. November 25th was my last day of eating meat that day. So, surprisingly, I didn't go all the way in with that, but I did eat them out a certain amount to the point where I was content and I was okay. So, fast forward to December 1st, okay? This is the day where I am tested the most. December 1st. Literally, everyone around me had everything I desired and I didn't desire. I never really desired to have a steak, but that day I did. And someone around me had it, and I was just like, oh my gosh. All I had was a salad in my lunch pail and grapes and probably some cashews. And I was none that. I was like, I just want to taste it. I was like, it looks so good. And God was like, no. Day 2 comes. I go visit my mom at work because I had an appointment, I think. And she had these meatballs, okay? And I would eat meatballs, but not like that. Like, it would have to have a very good gravy to go with it or a mashed potato. That day it had both. And she had me hold the plate for her because we was going to get lunch. It was on her lunch and we was going to, have lunch together. And she had me hold it just for a few moments. And I just saw my face diving right on into that plate without a fork. And God said, no. I said, all right, Lord. I said, what are you trying to teach me? It didn't take for day 3 and day 4 to happen. I said, okay, it's already day 2 and I'm being tested the most. So I can only imagine how day 3 is. I was like, Lord, what are you trying to show me? He said that you have discipline. and that you can be consistent as long as your mind is consistent on positivity and this firmness and courage. And yeah, that's, and no, hold on, it's coming. And the willpower to go against what the flesh desires. So day two, like I said, I gave my mom the meatballs back, and I said, "You're gonna do this." I had an apple in my hand, banana, and I think I had an omelet with mushrooms in it. No, I didn't have no mushrooms in it because I couldn't have no meat. So yeah, I just had eggs. Okay. Day three happens. I'm faced with the same scenario. I think my auntie had made ribs, chicken, and something else, child, with shrimp with it and all that. Okay, and all I had for my dinner was some soup and rice. And I was like, okay, you're gonna get through this, Aaliyah. Like, it's not that deep, it's not that serious, it's just food. And once I start, I don't know why my nose be itching, but as soon as I start changing my mindset of I can do it, I can do it, you're more than food. Like, I started putting all these positive affirmations in my mindset. Every day became easier until we got to the end. So fast forward until December 27th, for example. And I knew it was close to being over because January 1st was the day I could start like incorporating protein back into my diet and any type of meat, but specifically protein. Um, and I think my family had fixed crab or something. I don't know. They had fixed something that was my type of meal. Okay, and I had to just walk away from the kitchen. Like, I don't even think I ate that day. I think I just had whatever was in my room that could be stored at room temperature. Because I'm a crab eater. I like shrimp. I like to slap both of those things inside some butter and lemon and garlic and devour it. And for me not to be able to do it that day, I said, everyone, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm just going to go to my room. And I said, okay, Lord, what you trying to show me here? He's like, that you can do whatever you set your mind to. If you can respond differently each time, you're winning then. And by me walking away, that was me responding differently instead of saying, like, oh, this is so unfair. Why I gotta keep doing this? I didn't complain. I just walked away. And the 28th was better. The 29th was better. Now the 31st, when it was only 11:30, about to be 12 a.m. a new day. And we got all this stuff for New Year's, because we always do gumbo and stuff like that. And the preparation's already happening, you know. I ain't gonna lie, that day I did nut up. Because just the aroma in the air of the seafood, you know, soaking, and my auntie's roux going, you know. You can't really sleep through that. You gotta get up, you know. You're gonna smell that. So after that happened, I was just like, Lord, you know, this really helped me. Not only help me in this moment, but help me on January 1st when I'll be able to eat meat again and protein. No, for real, so that I don't overindulge, and then my whole fast, it doesn't speak for itself because the habits didn't leave. You know, when you fast, something's supposed to happen. Something's supposed to change. So I was like, okay, Lord, help me to keep these eating habits up, even in temptation, even when I have the willpower and the permission to eat meat and stuff like that. So January 1st, gumbo's ready. And I only had one piece of chicken, y'all. And I only had 3 legs of the crab meat, and I had 5 shrimp to start off. I thought that I was gonna have like a plate full of meat. No, I didn't even have a taste for it. Like, I was like, oh, when I had the crab meat, I was like, I was like, it tastes just like I remembered it. But it didn't faze me much. It wasn't like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this. It was just like, yep. It was good, don't get me wrong, but I was like, yep, this how I remember it. So yeah, that was one way. Um, with change comes with consistency in the mindset. Another way change comes with the change in my audio, the how I listen and engage. So I'm gonna start with how I listen. So you guys know I love music. I've said it before. Music and I have a love language as well. Um, Most of the ways that I explain myself or express what I'm trying to say is through music. So I realized during the 30-day fast and prior to that, that the music I was listening to, I'm not gonna put names because I mean it's just not necessary, but some of the music was putting me back in that low place that I was trying to come out of, and it's no one's responsibility but yours to be cautious of what you listen to, because you can be feeling happy in one moment and listen to a song that's talking about how you gonna treat someone after they cheat on you, and the next you know your whole mood just changed. So when I started to really listen to the lyrics and not just the beat and not just the what is it called, the catchy type of beat, and I was actually listening to the words, I was like, oh, this ain't what I'm going through. Like, I ain't going through all these issues. But then I realized that sorry, I had a train of thought. I didn't realize nothing, but I realized, no, I did realize. I realized that sometimes what you listen to, you'll be faced with those same situations. You'll be like, hold on, I didn't even ask to be put in this situation. But if you keep singing about it, um, and you keep playing it over and over again, it's bound to happen, because it's like a spiritual thing. It's like what you put inside goes into your mind, and the next you know, it's like you're walking into that same situation that had nothing to do with you. Like, that's how it was for me. It was like I never had problems with people baby mamas because I never dated anyone with baby mamas. And then next you know, I find myself dating someone with a baby mama, and I'm dealing with the same exact issues as the person in the song. So I'm like, hold on, nah, let me cut that off. So like I said, once I start listening and actually looking at the lyrics of these songs, I start removing certain music out of my life. And now I just play gospel mainly. And I have a balance between gospel and, you know, R&B or whatever. But it's not music where it's like feeding into my emotion. I listen to more positive music that's going to actually like uplift me. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, why are you still listening to Corbin Bleu? Well, Corbin Bleu ain't talking about hump, hump, spank, spank, and all that. Some of his music is very uplifting. And one of the songs I like is Moment That Matter. And it's talking about family. It's talking about enjoying the moment that you're in. So I try to listen to music that's going to catch me up to the level I want to be at. And not to say that anyone's trying to purposely put you down or put you in that situation, but you just got to be responsible as to what you listen to. Because if you're not, then you'll find yourself in situations you wasn't even supposed to be in. So that's another way. And then the last way which change comes with is in my speech. Life and power is in life, power and death is in, no, it's not. That's not how you say it, rather. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I learned that the more I was complaining, the more I was speaking negative about something or someone, the more it pushed back the opportunity to change. So if I'm talking negative about someone, oh, they ain't gonna never do this, they ain't gonna never do that, you're pushing back your opportunity to see that possible situation flip around and turn around. When I start speaking positive and speaking life, oh, this person will respect me. Oh, this person will, appreciate what I do. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it didn't. But the fact that I was speaking positive instead of negative, and don't get me wrong, I still got these moments where I'll be like, look here, they've been full of ish. Okay? And God will be like, no, they're not. Look deeper than that. Look deeper than their behavior. Look deeper than what they're displaying to you. So I'm still working on all three of these areas, which is the mindset, what I listen, audio, and speech. So what change comes with changing your mindset, changing what you listen to, and changing how you engage in conversation, not only with others, but how you engage up here too, and in here, because whatever's going up in here reflects here, and your heart too. You gotta work on that heart, because a lot of people, they share with what's up here, but their heart is something totally different. So yeah, those are the areas change comes with. It comes with that. Well, at least for me it did. And I'm working on it daily. I'm working with kids, so I'm able to practice all three. Because there'll be moments where they begin me, and I'll be like, yoo-hoo! We're going to have to tone that down, or I'm going to need you to get yourself together. Because I don't want to speak something over them, and it's like a curse. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. Just because I have my own personal issues. So it all starts with change, and you have to want to receive that change. I'm trying to make sure that this video is not too short, where I'm not getting everything I want to say in here. So I'm just going to look over my notes again to make sure I got everything. But I believe that's it for right now. Look forward to series number 7 tomorrow. That will be the completion of all the series. Thank you guys for hanging in this long. And yeah, thank you for tuning in to All the Way. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.